Hey YouTube, how you guys doing today? Kevin here, coming back at you with another video. Working on the Kawasaki KDE90cc bike build. This is the expansion chamber that we cut open and removed the baffles, if you guys remember that video. So this is a custom exhaust going on this bike. I think it would be a great build for this bike. So I put it on here as well. So today we're going to be working on the points ignition. Oh, did I say points? No. None of my bikes have points. Why would I do that? My bikes have CDI. This is a different style CDI than you used to. This is the one that I got from my friend Mohammed over there in Pakistan. This CDI unit right here is used on the Kawasaki GTO100. There is a charge coil that mounts right here, which I have already previously taken it off. 6 volt. And then we're going to use this one right here because it's CDI. Now, over there in India, Pakistan, the Philippines, their GTO bikes or the KH100s have the CDI unit on this side. The 125s use a module. This one uses just to pick up like the regular Kawasaki's. The wiring is a little different. So what I had done was I put that in there, the plate, I mounted the plate, ran the wire up. It's not hooked up. I didn't, do anything with it yet. So there's a different color coded wire. This one's red with a black stripe. This one is black with a red stripe. And those are your 2 wires right there. So the CDI flywheel is same as ours, 4 magnet. So we're going to mount that up real quick, get that on there. And as always, guys, use the proper tools when removing a flywheel. Do not whack it with a hammer. Do not put a screwdriver in there to hold the flywheel. I'm going to teach you guys a quick trick to holding the crank from spinning, okay? This is what I've been, this is why we do this channel, is to give you guys tips and tricks. So here's what I've been seeing a lot of. And this is a big, huge no-no, okay? I have seen people take the flywheel, stick a screwdriver in here to loosen up the nut that goes onto here. That is a big, huge no-no. Don't do it. You will destroy this. If you cut into this or break the plastics or bend these or just misshape them in any way, shape, or form, you will destroy your stator plate and could possibly ruin your magneto. Do not whack this with a hammer because you can crack a magnet. And you can also knock the polarization out of it. So do not hit this with a hammer. Don't do it. Kevin, I don't have all these fancy tools that you have. They're not fancy tools. There is nothing fancy that I use on this channel except for my M12 gun and some of my high-end stuff. Okay? But I always do my videos with the same stuff that you guys can actually buy at Harbor Freight. So, the flywheel puller for these bikes is about 15 bucks. Purchase the flywheel puller, guys. It's worth the money. You're going to use it again, especially if you have points. If you have points, there's no excuse for not you buying that tool. None. You're going to need it again because you have points ignition. You're going to have to regap. If you have CDI, you don't have to take it off. You only have to use that one time. Unfortunately, you could buy the tool and you could just sell it. Put it right on the forums. Get rid of it. Don't have to hold on to it. So anyway, we're going to get the flywheel installed on this bike and go from there. So make sure your flywheel key's in there. But I'm going to show you guys how to hold. I'm gonna when I tighten up the bolt, I'm going to show you how I hold it. You can do the same thing for reversing it, and you're going to think this is really cool. Okay. So anyway, let's get crack-a-lackin'. Let's get this installed. So we got the flywheel. Make sure it's all cleaned off here. Make sure your flywheel key lines up. Okay, I could turn it over. There is a washer and the nut. 36 foot-pounds, guys. We have to torque this thing too. 36. Okay, so as you can see, I could turn this around all the way. There's nothing holding it in with the spark plug. So I unscrew my spark plug. Do me a favor, guys, at this time, please hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so when I post a video, you guys get it. Alright, so we got the spark plug out. I am using the This is a B6 ES. This bike requires a B8 ES. So the lower the number, the hotter the plug. I'm only using this plug. I want to show this in case you saw the number, because this plug is for blocking the hole. This actually goes to my Yamaha. Okay, so this is not staying on this bike. This is getting the proper plug. But like I said, always throw a plug in a bike just to keep debris out of it. Okay, so let me get you guys in the stand and we are going to get crack-a-lacking. Okay, so now we're going to stop the piston with this. What is that? That is a shoelace. How are you going to stop a piston with a shoelace? I'm going to show you. This is a cool trick. I learned this from an older gentleman, and very, very talented. He's a shade tree mechanic, which means backyard mechanic, but nevertheless you can learn a lot from them. Okay, so this is what he uses when he works on chainsaws and stuff like that. Okay, so we're going to take this off. Grab the end, undo the spark plug, and then we're going to stick this in the spark plug hole as much as you can. Fill the spark plug right up with it. The reason why you want a brand new one and not an old, dirty, dungy one, I mean, you can reuse this. Just put it in a baggie when you're done. But you want to use something like this right here, because this right here will not damage the cylinder and it has no dirt on it. Remember, you want to keep the dirt out of your engine. Okay. Then, sometimes it takes a few minutes because it takes a lot of shoelace. Look inside. Okay, now the spark plug is jammed. The piston's jammed for that. Can't turn that flywheel. With the spark plug held, with the flywheel held in place by nothing more than a shoestring, I'm going to torque this down to 36 foot-pounds. Torque wrench on there. $36, guys. 36. $36 foot-pounds. Then this ain't gonna come out. You're gonna have to turn the flywheel back the other way and pull it out. Okay? So we'll take the flywheel back the other way and then pull it all out. Once you get it all out, you're good to go. And that's it. That's all there is to it. So that is all torqued down to 36 foot-pounds. Sweet Caroline. Okay. Next step. We're going to get the side cover on. Get that all situated in there. Okay. This all into place. Bada bing, bada ba, bada boom. I need to get one screw for it because that screw is stripped. Put the two main ones on anyway. Okay, that's all set for that. Shifter. Hopefully I'm not in your way. And this side's wrapped up, except for the one screw. Alright, so what I did was I made a makeshift wiring harness, which has the coil wire right here that's going to go up to the CDI coil, which is actually right there. And then I have the ground that's going to be grounded to the coil. Two butt connectors, yeah, I said butt on YouTube. And then we're going to wire this to these two wires right here, just temporarily. It's not going to be pretty, it's not going to be perfect, just to see if we have spark. Okay, that's what we're going for right now, is to get spark. So let's see if we can make this all happen. Understand, I've never used this particular system before, so there's a lot of assumptions, if you will. You know what I mean? So don't know if it's going to work. Don't know how it works. I figured I'd try something new, and we'll go from there. Okay, things in there. Ground. Okay. Ground is on there tight. Blah blah blah. You just run this down under this way, I guess. Alright, run it down that way. So after talking to my friend, he said that this right here is the wire that goes up to the coil. I don't care about matching wires right now, or color wires. I just want to make sure I get them in the right order. That's really what matters, you know. We just want to see if it gets spark. If it gets spark, we can go from there. You know what I mean? Get it on the ground. And then we'll make it all prettied up later on. This is more of an experimental thing for me because I've never used a ignition system from another style, from like a KH or anything like that. So this is pretty new to me as well. We're just going to thread in the spark plug and see if it'll make any type of noise. Go on the ground. I should put some fuel to it. Let's put the tank back on. I know this carburetor needs to be cleaned. This thing's sat with fuel in it for a couple of years. Heard a couple of pops. Ooh, stinks too. Heard some popping. It definitely popped a couple times, so it's got spark. We're gonna have to zap off that carburetor on this side. All right. Alright, so she's popping. That carburetor needs to come off. I'm going to pull that carburetor off and get that in the ultrasonic cleaner. Whew. And, so we have spark. So we have to clean up the ignition system. We have to clean the carburetor. And then get that all put back together. We're going to change up the fuel system a bit. And that's pretty much it. I can see, I don't know if you can see it or not, right here at the bottom, it's all wet with fuel. Right there, it's all wet with fuel. So, carburetor float's stuck, something sticking. I hit it with a little starter fluid. It kicked. So, I was happy with that. So, that's where we're at with this. So, we have the KDE90. Whoop, where are you? Here we go. The KDE90 is going to be a 90cc CDI bike with a custom pipe. It's going to be a pretty sweet bike. I can't wait to get that done. So anyway, guys, this is it for today. I'm done. I'm going to pop that carburetor off, throw that, get that in the ultrasonic cleaner. Next time you see this bike, we'll have the carburetor on and we'll do our first start video with it and then go from there. And then of course we'll have to we'll do a video, clean up all the electrical, show you guys how I'm going to wire it all up, because it is a little different than the way we're used to. But nevertheless, the CDI works, and that's pretty cool. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing, and I'll talk to you guys later. I'm out.